Hi guys, I did not expect to be making this video today, but I am 2 days late on my period, so I'm going to take some pregnancy tests and see what happens. I have not tested since I tested with you guys, and I was just expecting my period was going to start. It has not started, so we're going to take some more tests today. Also, I'd like to address the different setup. I am trying to reorganize my kids' like homeschool play area, so I'm trying to figure out a better place for me to set up to film. So this is temporary for now, and then it will probably like keep changing as I figure things out. I have like a sheet back here, but I gotta figure out something to put in here so you're not just looking at a sheet. Now that I got that out of the way, let's dip some pregnancy tests. And I'm using the Easy at Home, the first response early result test, and then this is a Clearblue pink dye test. I don't know if I should be like super excited to test today or not. I also should share that last video I posted, I was talking about having all these cramps and that I felt like my period was literally about to start. Like I thought honestly my period was going to come early, but after that last test, like after 10 DPO, my cramping stopped. Like throughout that night I kind of had some cramping, but then the next day I didn't really have any more, and now I'm not cramping at all, which is weird. I assumed that we would be headed towards a period. So I'm just really confused right now. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up because you know how it is. You guys know how it is. Okay, so this is the Easy at Home pregnancy test. And I really got to be quick today to get this in the packaging because I'm late, and anytime I've ever been late on a period and I was pregnant, my lines showed up really, really quickly. And I don't want to like accidentally see a line before I share it with you guys, you know? Okay, that is the first response. Here. Okay, so there's the Clearblue. This is a pink dye test. So all three of those tests are pink dye tests, and with me being like past when my period is due now, if I am pregnant, these should have obvious lines. There should be no faint lines. They should be very obvious lines, and that is what I'm gonna go with. If they're not strong, like obvious, like positive tests, then I guess I'm just late. Maybe if something happened but then my body didn't like hold on to it, maybe that's causing me to have a light period. I did have a PDG, or like progesterone rise, with Mira, so I do believe that I ovulated this cycle. So hopefully if I'm not pregnant, then my period will start soon. I don't want to have a super long cycle, because if you're someone who has dealt with irregular cycles or very, very long cycles, then you will know the longer your cycle gets, the more depressing it is, because not being pregnant but your cycle still continuing just means you have to wait longer and longer and longer before you can start trying again. And I went a very long time where I had cycles that were anywhere between 70 and 120 days long, and going that long, like 2 months, 3 months without having a period, sometimes longer, can be very, very frustrating, because that just means you have less chances per year to get pregnant. But I'm going to give these tests probably 3 minutes to load. I'm not going to wait any longer, I think, just because they should be very obviously positive if I'm pregnant, because we are late and I will be back once they're done loading. It's been 3 minutes, so let's look at these tests. I normally would start with the easy at-home pregnancy test, but under the circumstances and me testing past like when my period is supposed to start and it not necessarily being like an early pregnancy test, like this would be a normal time people take a pregnancy test, I'm just going to start with the first response because typically when I'm pregnant and I am taking pregnancy tests, this is what I use as like my baseline. I like to test with these to see the line get darker. And it's like my tried and true like pregnancy test. So I think we should just look at this test first. And I took these other 2 tests. Obviously, like if one's positive, then that's all that really matters. But I like to be able to have like multiple tests, you know, like maybe one's like, you know, messed up or something. I don't know. It's probably just a crazy tester in me, but I say we start with the first response and then we will look at the other ones as well. It's so weird because I like convinced myself that I was already out this cycle and like now I'm taking a pregnancy test and my cycle's late. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel, but let's just look at them, okay? Hopefully it focused because I try not to look at it when it's in the viewfinder. Okay. It's so weird. I don't know why it's so hard. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Why is my period late? That's so sad. Okay, let me look at the Clearblue. I'll show you guys quick, but yeah, that one's negative too. Yep, it's negative. So these at home's gonna be negative too. Yeah, it's negative. Boo. That's so crappy. Okay, let me show you guys again. So this is the easy at home. And I'll take pictures so you guys can see it, but it's the Clearblue. And then that is the first response. And they're all negative. I'm not going to stare at them and look for any type of light lines or anything because I'm like 16 days whatever past when I ovulated. So at this point, I would have a very obvious line. I think I might have had a chemical pregnancy or maybe something tried to happen and it caused my period to be late now because, yeah. Doesn't make sense my period hasn't started. I'm not normally like late. I'm not normally late and don't have signs of like a period starting. Like I don't have any cramping anymore. I feel like nothing's going on at all. But obviously these tests are blank. So I guess I just need to wait longer and see if my period starts. But at least I know that I'm not actually pregnant, and I guess that's the issue with like stopping testing so early. And maybe I should have kept testing, but I really thought my period was going to start. Like I had all those cramps and my period was going to start. And it was like so many days ago. So many days ago. Okay, well, if you have an opinion on what you think happened to this cycle, share in the comments because I'm not quite sure. but I guess we are heading into our next cycle, and hopefully it's a better cycle than this last one. But I guess I will see you guys whenever I decide to make another video. Maybe it'll be an ovulation video, or maybe just an update to let you guys know my period started whenever it decides it wants to start. But I will see you guys then, and thank you for watching my video and following along with my journey to conceive.